All right, friends, it's T-Man. I'm back with a new video. It's on this gym lifting recruiting fitness gear slave, Dr. Nash Joykick, says in this video why getting stronger isn't making you more muscular. So why getting stronger isn't making you bigger? Okay.
If lifting heavier weights automatically build more muscles, then powerlifters would look like Mr. Olympia competitors.
Yeah, but heavy weights don't build muscles because muscle is post-mitotic. Get it, man? It doesn't grow from lifting any weights, and it doesn't grow from eating or lifting weights or walking with a bull. Neither do muscles hypertrophy from lifting a heavy weight. They don't hypertrophy from lifting a heavy weight.
But they don't. And if getting stronger guaranteed getting bigger, then you wouldn't see so many guys.
Again, you're all confused about lifting. You're getting better at lifting something heavy because your body gives you motor units. It's not going to build any muscle because it's protected from building any muscle. It's post-mitotic for a reason.
Piling up more and more weights year after year, but still looking the same in the mirror. Today?
Yeah, you're lifting more and more weights. What does that have to do with your body? You lifting more weights, what does that have to do with anything with your body? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm going to explain the myth that...
What did you think? You're going to lift weight and bob up and down and they would just magically appear? Like, if I go like this with a bunch of weights, instead of working in a factory, right, or construction, or lifting heavy shit on the job for like 8 hours a day, they should just magically grow. Yeah, okay.
Many lifters still believe.
Could you imagine if they just kept growing every time you did this? Every time you lifted something that was heavy, right? A box and shit, 8 hours a day, bro. Your muscles kept growing. You commit suicide and die. You kill yourself. And even if they were to hypertrophy and they kept hypertrophy, you still kill yourself and die. This is just stupid.
And this is that lifting heavier in fewer sets builds more muscle.
So lifting heavier with fewer reps builds more muscle. Fuck off, man. Really fuck did this guy come up with this shit? He's fucking stupid.
We'll show you what that type of training actually does and what it doesn't do. And
yeah, please do.
So why it often leads to more injuries and even more body fat.
It leads to more injuries because you're trying to lift a heavy weight on a weak body. Get it, man? A weak body.
More muscle. For the ones new to my channel, I'm Dr. Nash Jocic, former bodybuilding champion.
Zero muscle. That's why people take steroids, because they don't know how muscles hypertrophy. And there's two types of hypertrophy.
I competed 46 times and won 17 titles. I've been in bodybuilding for over 40 years. And during that time, I have personally...
He's been in fake bodybuilding for so many years, yada, 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 whatever, titles. And the only thing that matters is, what are you doing now? What do you look like now? Because you don't look like that right now without your drugs. What are you doing now? Nothing, because you lack experience, because you never did it real. You did it fake. Your experience is based on fake. It's not based on real. Get it, dude? You live in a fantasy world, this guy.
Coached over 3,500 clients and helped them to get in the best shape of their lives.
Holy fuck, I feel sorry for those 3,500 clients. I bet you they must be massive because of all his fucking experience. They must be massive, right? They built muscle. Yeah, okay.
I have also published 12 ebooks for you, which are fully loaded with detailed explanation about everything you always wanted to know about bodybuilding.
About your books.
So if you're interested in expanding your knowledge and widening your horizons, please click that link below in the comments and you can access my ebooks. So let us start with the biggest misunderstanding in the gym. And this
is what's the biggest misunderstanding in the gym? Please do divulge.
Is that strength and muscle growth are the same adaptation. Strength is largely a nervous system skill.
Strength and muscle growth are the same. Man, if you get more myofibrillar growth, do you not gain strength and power? Yeah. So what are you talking about? Strength and power. Yeah. If you're getting motor unit strength, it cannot make a muscle grow because you lifted heavier because you're recruiting motor units. If you're recruiting motor units, you're not building muscle and you're not hypertrophying. And that's not how muscles hypertrophy. And muscles are post-mitotic. They don't grow.
When you get stronger, especially with doing lower reps and heavier weights, your body improves at, first of all, recruiting motor units. Then
Yeah, why is that exactly? Why does it do that? It doesn't do it the first time off the bat. There's something else. There's something else going on the first time when you come in the gym.
Firing them more efficiently, also coordinating muscles better.
Yeah, that does that later because you're adapted to these exercises. So then you get motor units. Muscles are post-mitotic. Exercises, no exercise, nothing hypertrophies or makes a post-mitotic muscle grow.
And reducing inhibitory signals. And this means that you can lift more weights without adding much new muscle tissue. So
no, really? No kidding. Gee, really? You figured that one out, eh? Is that based on your experience or drugs?
This is why beginners can add 20, 30, even 40 kilos.
So then how come people on steroids are getting massive, Mr. Joykick? They're getting massive on steroids if it's just you're just getting this motor unit strength. How come they're getting massive lifting? How come nobody else is getting massive lifting weights in the gym? Why are they getting massive on steroids?
Lifting.
If muscles are post-mitotic, right? And they don't grow from lifting weight, nor do they hypertrophy lifting weights. But why do people that take steroids, they blow up like a balloon?
Month, but still looking the same because their adaptation is purely neural adaptation rather than muscle growth. So when someone says,
"Oh, really? Neural adaptation than muscle growth?" Yeah. But what about these fake power lifters and fake bodybuilders and fake strongmen? How come they're getting big?
"Oh, bro, I'm getting stronger. I can lift much more than before. I must be getting bigger." This is absolutely not true.
Yeah, of course it's not true. Oh, I got stronger at my lift. I got a stronger lift, but I'm not getting bigger. Of course not. Muscles are post-mitotic. Duh.
You've probably seen it so many times. You may get stronger. This is true, but not necessarily build more muscle. Now, this is where things...
Have you ever heard him say in a video post-mitotic? No, you've never heard him say any of these things.
Start getting interesting, and where most low-volume, heavy programs fall apart from hypertrophy. Muscle growth is not just one thing. There are two major components. Number one is myofibrillar hypertrophy, and this is growth of contractive proteins, actin.
Oh, really? And how do they grow exactly? How do they grow?
And myosin, and this makes fiber denser and stronger.
Okay.
Now, number two is...
He just said it makes muscles denser and what? And stronger. You understand me, man?
Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. This is a
sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. What's that? Non-contractile proteins.
Different growth of the fluid, glycogen, enzymes, and non-contractile elements in the muscle cell. And this is actually what makes muscle looks full, round, and bigger. Now, heavy low-rep training mainly emphasizes the first type of growth, which is myofibrillar growth, while bodybuilding stuff...
What? Heavy low-rep training stimulates myofibrillar growth? No, it doesn't. He's lying to you. It doesn't. Okay, let's say it stimulates it. There's a stimulation there, and now what? Doesn't make it grow from lifting weights. Doesn't hypertrophy from lifting a weight. On what? How does it do it? On air?
Style training, which is moderate to high rep.
So what does he do? He shows you a steroid guy. Why don't you show us these natural people from these competitions? Because they're carrying zero muscle. If you look at these competitions, people hate them. They always say I hate natural competitions. Have you seen a natural competition? Go there and fucking take a good look, man. A real natural competition. Bro, they're so skinny, man. They look terrible. It's like that little English kid. Did you see him go on the stage? He was at a competition competing with these natural guys in England. Holy shit, bro. Man, they just look like twigs.
More sets, more time and attention.
Because they built all that muscle from exercise. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Stimulates much more the second type of growth, which is sarcoplasmic growth. but also
Yeah. You can stimulate sarcoplasmic growth doing just about anything, as long as glycogen outpaces glycogen breakdown. It'll start loading in the muscle.
stimulates myofibrillar growth. This is very important to remember, and I will
No, it doesn't. It doesn't stimulate myofibrillar growth.
explain why. Now, you can hear often that people say, oh,
Okay, maybe it stimulates it, but it's not going to grow because you stimulated it with a weight.
yes, you can train with high reps and high sets, you get just pumped, and that growth is not sustainable, is not going to last long, because low rep.
Oh, really? It's not going to last long. Why wouldn't it last long? Building a sarcoplasmic, your muscles hypertrophying through the sarcoplasm. Why wouldn't it last long? If you stop lifting, has nothing to do with lifting. Has everything to do with you eating glycogen. Duh, carbs.
Heavyweight training builds myofibrils, and basically this is something that will last.
Did you hear what he said? Heavyweight training builds myofibrillars. Bro, if heavyweight training can't build post-mitotic muscle, what makes you think it's going to build myofibrils? Is this guy stupid or something, or what? Muscles are post-mitotic. Listen, you fuck. Muscles are post-mitotic. They don't grow from lifting weights, you fucking idiot. And that's not how muscles hypertrophy either. Cause you lifted a heavy weight and then myofibrils are gonna grow. The muscles are post-mitotic, bro. Get it? They don't grow from lifting a heavy weight. What a fuck.
Long because you build real muscle. So
you build real muscle. You can't build muscle. Muscle's post-fucking mitotic, bro. What part do you not understand? Are you fucking stupid or something?
The confusion is that people believe that sarcoplasmic growth is not good enough, and if you stop training for a certain period of time, maybe a week or two, you're going to lose all your muscles.
Let me get this straight. So if I stop training for a week or two, right? If I stop lifting weights, my sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which is based on when glycogen synthesis outpaces glycogen breakdown, right? That's when you see that sarcoplasm in the body. It blows up, it hypertrophies. So if I stop lifting, it's just going to magically go away. If I maintain this glycogen, right, by eating carbs, right, but if I stop lifting, according to this Mr. Joykick doctor, it's gonna go away in 1 or 2 weeks. Shut up, man.
If you train heavy, lower reps, less sets,
But if you train heavy with lower rep sets, yes,
will keep your muscles. Even
you will keep your muscles. So let me get this straight. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is dependent 100% that glycogen synthesis outpaces glycogen breakdown. But he says if you do low rep sets, you'll maintain this sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Bro, if you're not outpacing glycogen breakdown and you do those sets and reps, you're gonna lose the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. It happens to many people. They're like, I'm getting skinnier and a bunch of stuff lifting, bro. Fuck.
If you stop training for a week or two.
Yeah, okay.
This really sounds a little bit scientific, but it's very, very misleading and is absolutely not true. So what happens when you stop training for a week or two? Yes, your muscles can look flatter.
No, they don't. They'll look flatter if you don't eat, you shithead.
Because you start losing glycogen, you start losing.
And why would you start losing glycogen because you stopped training? Why would you lose glycogen? Unless you stopped eating glycogen. Duh.
Fluid, but it doesn't mean that you're losing muscles. Now, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy.
What do you mean losing muscles? Muscles are post-mitotic. You don't lose muscles. Duh.
It's not just water. It's not just
Holy shit.
that pump with cellular fluid. It includes glycogen storage capacity. So when you train with higher number of reps and higher number of sets, your glycogen storage increases. Also,
Your high number in sets and reps, your glycogen storage increases. It doesn't increase from reps or sets. It increases when glycogen synthesis outpaces glycogen breakdown. What fucking planet does this guy live on? He's a fucking doctor, he calls himself. He's insane.
so increases mitochondrial density.
It increases mitochondrial density. Yeah, okay, whatever.
increases the enzymes for energy production.
What? Where does he come up with this shit?
Also structural proteins within the cells. And this is a real
Bro, glycogen synthesis needs to outpace glycogen breakdown. Come prove it. So here, I can read it to you, all right? Exactly. To build sarcoplasmic mass, you must create a metabolic environment where glycogen synthesis outpaces glycogen breakdown over time. Over time. The process transforms the muscle's fuel tank into a significant source of visible volume, bro. Get it? Yeah, man. You understand me, broski? So it's based on glycogen. So I don't know what he's talking about. And that you can see it here, some NCBI and stuff at the bottom down here. There's an NCBI one here, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, the unicorn. And there's other ones I could read to you right now, but I don't want to get into it right now. Let's go back to the video.
biological adaptation, not a fake size. This is what a lot of people basically misunderstand because they don't understand what sarcoplasmic growth really is.
Neither does he. He doesn't understand it.
So now when you take a short break from training, maybe a week or two, you may lose your fullness, but this doesn't mean that...
No, you won't. I just told you, if glycogen synthesis outpaces glycogen breakdown, why would you lose it? Especially now that you built it up, right? With the reserve, you don't need to be in glycogen synthesis. You need to be in equilibrium now. Get it?
If you've lost
to maintain it.
Contractile proteins, or actually your muscles, even strength-trained lifters lose size when glycogen drops. So even if you're not doing...
But why would glycogen... He says they lose it when glycogen drops. Why would glycogen drop? Unless you dropped it. Get it? You see how stupid this sounds?
Bodybuilding type of training, which is more sets and more reps. If you're doing...
What about bodybuilding training? You don't even know what it is. You don't even understand bodybuilding. Real bodybuilding is not a sport because it compromises sportive performance when it comes to myofibrillar growth. You don't even know how to build myofibrils.
Heavy weights, lower reps, more towards a heavy-duty system or maybe a powerlifting system, you will still lose roundness and fullness of your muscles simply...
No, you won't.
Because you're going to lose glycogen, so the same...
Yeah, but you're not losing glycogen because we're not stopping eating it. We're not going to stop eating it.
Consequences will follow, regardless of are you training with...
What consequences are going to follow? What are you talking about?
Higher number of sets and reps or lower number of reps and sets with heavier weights. So you lose glycogen in any case. Now, this is a key point. If somebody is building...
you don't lose glycogen. You only lose glycogen if you stopped outpacing it. Duh.
Muscle protein or myofibrils year after year.
What about muscle protein and myofibrils? What about it?
With the heavy weights and lower reps, they should really look different year after year. They should be much, much better. But
year after year, they should look different, much better. I don't know, is this based on your experience or drugs?
Actually not. And we all know that...
What do you mean actually not? If you're doing it properly, yeah.
People who are more inclined towards strength training, they most of the time look the same.
Again, what is strength training? What's strength training to you? If you build myofibrillars, don't you not get strength? What a fucking guy, man.
They reach some ceiling, and even if they keep getting strong.
What do you mean they reach some ceiling? What's the ceiling? What's the ceiling? And if you reach a ceiling, what do you need to do? Here's the question. If you reach a ceiling in the so-called myofibrillar growth, like he says, what do you need to do?
They're still looking the same. I see guys in the gyms training in that way.
Yeah, you can get over the ceiling. It happens with every bout of myofibrillar exercise. Look, if you're trying to build myofibrils, right? You reach a ceiling when the muscles have repaired, grown, and remodeled. You reach a ceiling. So what do you need to do? You need to repeat that. What the fuck, man? Yeah, it reaches a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond where the satellite cell can donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth. So you need to repeat another cycle of that, and you keep repeating them over and over again. Okay.
See them for years, and although they're getting stronger, they're not getting bigger. So this is the problem.
They're getting a stronger, but over the years, but they're not getting a bigger because getting motor units is not getting stronger. Bro, if you're lifting for motor units, you're training your muscles to lift for motor units. That isn't hypertrophy. You get it, man? And muscles are post-mitotic. They don't grow because you recruited motor units, you dumbass.
This heavy, low rep, low sets training actually gives you. Now let me tell you.
Holy shit, bro. Muscles do not hypertrophy from lifting a heavy weight or doing any weight because muscles are post-mitotic, fucking bro. Do you understand me? They're post-mitotic. They don't not grow. They don't hypertrophy. They don't grow. They don't do anything. Fucking.
Something very important. You need to understand that myofibrillar growth is triggered by tension, not by heavy weights.
I love this one. Myofibrillar growth is triggered by tension, not by heavy weights. Well, I would agree. It's not triggered by lifting heavy, but it's not triggered by tension. Want to know why? Because they're post-mitotic, fucking.
So is that muscle tension or mechanical tension that is the key reason for muscle growth?
So let me get this straight. Mechanical tension is the key reason for muscle growth. It's the key for muscles to grow. Okay. I don't know anybody in factories and fucking these jobs, and they're fucking doing a lot of mechanical tension, dude. Like fucking 8 hours a day in factories, fucking labor jobs, like carrying heavy bricks and cement blocks. Fuck this, that, bro, all day. I've seen people carry bananas and fucking shit on their back going down streets for hours. And that's a lot of mechanical tension. How come their muscles aren't growing? Why aren't they growing? Because they're fucking post-mitotic, dude. Get it? That's not how muscles hypertrophy.
Not necessarily super heavy weights. So it's not just weight on the bar. When you do, let's say, 8 to 12 reps, control temp.
Why does he constantly show steroid people? Show a natural person from these natural shows. Because it's not impressive. Because it blows away everything he says in his videos. You understand me? Everything that he says in his videos, it would completely destroy him. To show a skinny twig from a natural show, a guy posing natural guy, it's unimpressive to your eyes. So he makes it seem in these videos as if he knows something by posting a steroid guy all the time. Look, you see? And look, you lift a heavy weight and then you get these big muscles. But nobody has ever gotten big muscles or to grow by lifting weights or mechanical tension or any fucking tension. Want to know why? Because muscles are post-fucking mitotic. They don't hypertrophy from lifting fucking weights or any heavy fucking weight. You sucker.
For close to failure, and you do multiply hard sets, you create very high fiber tension. So not
okay. Lots of people are creating high fiber tension. I have friends working in fucking moving companies. They're fucking lifting 6, 7, 8 hours a day. Heavy shit all day. That's a lot of fucking tension. Why aren't they the size of the Michelin Man? Mother bleeper.
Only 3 to 5 reps or 3 to 6 reps, but even higher number of reps.
What? 3 to 6 reps to 2 to reps? Bro, they're lifting for 6, 7, 8 hours a day. That's a lot of reps, bro. They're not getting fucking nothing. What are you talking about?
Or even if you don't go to failure, you will still create very high fiber tension. And
okay, you created a high fiber tension. Okay, they're post-mitotic.
Especially in the last few reps of your set. Yeah. So even if you don't go to failure, last 3, 4 reps of your set, either that set is...
Again, he shows another drug addict, fake drug addict, fake bodybuilder. Holy shit, man. You know, yeah. Go to failure. Failure. People are failing in the factories all day. They're lifting to failure 8 hours a day. Their muscles aren't growing, you motherfucker.
12 or 20 reps will be extremely impactful regarding your mechanical tension, and you will be stimulating
Impactful. You will be stimulating. Yeah.
myofibrillar growth with high rep set 2. When you do
You'll be stimulating myofibrillar growth with high rep set. You're gonna stimulate, but they ain't gonna grow, bro. Get it? Because they're post-mitotic, motherfucker.
let's say low reps 3 to 5, you create very high tension per rep, but a low overall time under tension during the set. So basically you are losing opportunity to have that critical
Holy shit. Do I need to listen to more of this? Like, where does he come up with this shit, bro?
time under tension that I have explained in a separate video, which you can watch obviously, and also lower number of reps, meaning fewer growth stimulating reps. Now, if you perform, let's say 8 to 15 reps.
And who does he show? Arnold Schwarzenegger on drugs. Even Arnold doesn't look like Arnold without his drugs, the drug addict. Man, this guy just keeps putting drug addicts on here. Why don't you show a fucking natural lifter? Want to know why? Because they're unimpressive. And you wouldn't listen to him. You wouldn't listen to him on his channel talking. So this is how they all do it. All these influencers, even these so-called natural guys, they're constantly putting pictures up of steroid drug addicts. Get it? Fake with their fake muscles.
You are obviously causing high tension in later reps, so you're not losing.
So then why isn't anybody growing if they're doing that, creating this high tension?
You are achieving more total time under tension, again, which is extremely beneficial.
Yeah.
You are causing more metabolite buildup, which means...
Holy shit, he thinks this is going to impress you by showing Arnold. I see this thing come up on YouTube now all the time. There's a guy there, shows Arnold, and then book. Book for sale, book for sale, book for sale. And he shows Arnold. Look, steroids, book for sale. It's not going to work for anybody natural, bro. Muscles are post-mitotic.
You are causing more swelling of the cell, more fiber fatigue.
Causing more swelling of the cell, more fatigue. You're fatiguing and swelling, yeah.
And more overall hypertrophy stimulus. So you see
more overall hypertrophy stimulus. Holy shit, man. That's not how you stimulate my hypertrophy, these muscles to grow hypertrophy. That's not how you do it, not myofibrillar.
How much more benefits you have if you train with 8 to 15 reps rather than 3 to 5. It's not that more reps build better myofibrils. More reps build the same amount of myofibrils.
What? Reps don't build myofibrils. Muscles are post-mitotic, fucking. Bro, what the fuck is he talking about? Muscles are post-mitotic. Reps do not build muscle or heavy weight or weights at all.
Fibrils, but also build more total muscle size. And this is
It's so full of shit, man. Okay, so it builds total muscle size. So a weight builds muscles, but muscles are post-mitotic. But yet he's going to argue they build muscles doing these reps. And then he shows you a drug addict. Give me fucking break again.
That you need to understand. So it's not just myofibrils, but higher number of reps will allow you to stimulate sarcoplasmic growth. So you have both.
Man, I had it listening to this guy. He's fucking pissing me off now.
Benefits in higher.
Holy shit, he shows Ronnie Coleman, the biggest fucking drug addict of them all, and he's a crippled drug addict.
Rep.
Lifted heavy weight for no reason. He lifted heavy. What got him really big was, did you see what his mom used to make him in the house? How many meals he would eat a day? Go take a look at those videos. How many meals he had lined up in a row. Holy shit, bro. He fucking ate a lot.
Set, then in lower rep set. Lower rep set, which stimulate just myofibrillar growth, again, but
A lower rep set does not stimulate myofibrillar growth because muscles are post-mitotic.
Higher number of reps and also higher number of sets will stimulate the same amount of myofibrillar growth, but plus
No, you're not. No, you don't. That's not how you. That's not how you stimulate myofibrillars to activate, so that you can later you can hypertrophy them.
sarcoplasmic growth. So what actually builds myofibrils?
Yeah, what builds it?
Hypertrophy responds mainly to high mechanical tension in muscle fibers, as mentioned.
Really?
Also, recruitment of
So then everybody doing laboring jobs, they must be massive because they're stimulating it 8 hours a day. That's a lot of fucking, they must be huge. Fucking 35, 40-inch arms too.
high threshold motor units and training close to failure. So these three things build myofibrils. You can get it.
So activating motor units and training to failure is what builds myofibrillar growth. It builds it. So how many guys out there doing that are building? How many of you are building these myofibrillars? You guys are causing this stress and whatever he said and blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what he said, man. I can't even listen to this shit anymore.
With a heavy set with 3 to 5 reps or hard set with 8 to 12 reps. Or
Really? Oh, reps do it, eh? A weight and some reps build it magically. Look who it is. It's fucking Dorian Yates, another drug addict.
even 12 to 20 reps if you're going near failure.
Then he shows these old school people like Serge, not this guy. What's his name? I forget this guy's name. Whatever, the one that competed against Arnold.
So you're going to get that
Cuban over here.
myofibrillar growth anyway, regardless of number of reps that you're doing in the set.
You're going to get myofibrillar growth regardless of what you do in the sets or reps. So everybody that's working in factories, labor jobs, moving companies, all these heavy fucking duty jobs, and they're doing it for 8 hours straight a day. They're all growing myofibrillar growth, bro. They're massive. They don't need gyms. Get it, man?
So remember that this is not just low
Yeah,
reps.
remember that. Even though muscles are post-mitotic, they don't grow. All of these fucking motherfuckers must be massive, bro. Get it? 8 hours a day.
Heavy weights is also moderate weights, higher number of reps. Now, when you
But how does a heavy weight build a myofibrillar if you lift it really heavy? He said it was based on motor unit in the beginning of the videos. He said, why do people not get bigger? Because they're recruiting motor units. So if you're recruiting motor units, why aren't you getting bigger? Well, he says you do these mechanical tension and reps. That's the same thing when recruiting motor units. So why aren't the muscles growing? Because they're post-mitotic. Then he's regurgitating the same shit, trying to tell you that the same shit which doesn't work is going to work. What the fuck?
From higher number of reps, what happens is because you're building fatigue, your body will have to recruit
Fatigue.
myofibrils.
You don't have to recruit myofibrillars because you're fatiguing them. They're getting tired.
The biggest, strongest fibers.
Yeah,
like
a lot of people are doing that on the job too. 8 hours a day.
type 2B, for example, simply because you are ending the set with very, very hard reps just before failure.
Bro, have you worked an 8-hour shift in a factory lifting heavy boxes all day, bro? Do you know how my body feels doing that job? I've done these jobs, and I'm telling you, man. I've done log cutting and shit, everything, heavy ass jobs. My body hurt. I mean, it just fucking hurt. My muscles didn't grow. They didn't hypertrophy. They didn't do anything. They fucking hurt like a lot of other people complain from lifting. They just go, they feel sore all over. I posted a guy, he was a Wing Chun expert. But when he met up with a couple guys, he ran away. He said his body hurt. Hey, my chest hurt. My body hurt. My heart hurt. It hurt. It hurt. I ran away. I was hurting. He was hurting all right.
This is when you actually include white muscle fibers type 2B, which are the highest, they have highest potential for growth. You were also including them in that particular set. So the last
Yeah, sure you were, yeah.
hard few reps of your 10 to 15 rep set will stimulate high threshold fibers that heavy weights and low reps do. So you get the same thing. Now, the real difference is that
High reps, low reps, this rep, that rep. Yeah. Okay.
with heavy low reps, you
Yeah.
create high tension per rep, but with moderate or high reps, you create high tension in later reps.
Really? So high reps, low reps, they have magic powers. Get it? To build biofibulars, bro. These high reps, low reps, they got magic powers, man.
Also, with heavy low reps,
Yeah.
you have lower total time under tension, but with moderate to high number of reps,
yeah?
you have higher total time under tension. You see the
And the guys in the factory that are moving shit, like heavy shit all day for 8 hours. How much time under tension they under, bro, eh? 8 hours of under tension. How come it's not growing?
difference is huge.
Yeah.
Also, with heavy low reps,
Yeah.
you have less metabolic stress. You have
We have less metabolic stress. Okay.
more neural adaptation.
Sure, yeah.
And with low reps, you build myofibrils. Now, with moderate,
With low reps, you build biofibrils. With low reps build biofibrils, bro. Get it? Holy shit! There you go, guys. You got the secret. Dr. Joykick just gave you the secret. Low reps build biofibrils. So go do some low reps in the gym, and go build some myofibrils. Stop complaining about newbie gain limit, genetic limit, hard gainer. Okay, dude.
reps, you will have more metabolic stress,
Yeah.
more cellular hypertrophy.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of stress, more cellular hypertrophy, sure. Oh, I like this one. Cellular hypertrophy. What's that exactly? Like fluid or something?
And on the top of building myofibrils, you
Oh, on the top of just building myofibrils, just like that. They're so easy to build. Even though they're post fucking metotic, they're nearly impossible to build, but they're just so easy to build. All you have to do is these low reps, bro. Get it?
will add more sarcoplasm, which is the content of the cell.
Oh, you're going to add some more sarcoplasm, the content of the cell. You're going to add some more of that. Magically, what if I don't eat any carbs? Will it just build it like out of air?
So it is not that higher reps build better myofibrils, but actually they are causing
Oh, higher reps build myofibrils. Okay.
myofibrillar growth, but also adding sarcoplasmic growth. So choice is
Oh, and you're adding sarcoplasmic growth. But if you're not eating carbs, because he said, remember, it's based on glycogen, carbs, whatever. So if you don't eat carbs, will it build still magically? I guess so, according to him. It just magically builds from whatever you eat.
course, either you want just one or you want both. Now, why heavy
Or if
only
you just want one or if you just want both. Just do high rep and low reps. And they're going to magically motherfucking grow, bro.
training can fall short?
Oh, yeah.
This is because the total stimulus is lower.
Yeah.
It may not maximize fiber size increase,
Okay.
cellular expansion, and overall muscle cross section, which will happen
Right.
only with higher number of reps and higher number of sets.
Sure.
Scientific proof for that, just look back
Yeah, I want scientific proof of that.
into the history of bodybuilding and see what overwhelming majority of bodybuilders did.
Oh, I just have to look back at the history of bodybuilding. Fake bodybuilding? Because I've seen the real one. You know, like the one, what's his name? 007, the guy from James Bond, he competed in. I've seen those, what they look like. Have you seen them? That's bodybuilding. That's what it really looks like in the 30s. Those guys in the 30s and the 40s, 30s and, yeah, in the 30s or whatever. 30s, early 40s, yeah.
Now let me mention this thing to you.
Uh-huh.
People who take steroids, they may get away with heavy only type of training as some
They may get away with some heavy training, something, yeah. Who takes steroids, okay.
did, but very, very few
What do
people
you mean they get away with heavy training?
did. Now, if you're natural,
Very few people? Then he shows a guy here, says if you're natural. And then he shows this guy over here, okay.
you will definitely not be able to optimize
I don't know if this guy's natural on the right. Who knows?
your muscle growth because you will
If you're natural, you won't be able to maximize your muscle growth, okay.
be stimulating only myofibril growth,
You'll only be stimulating myofibular growth, okay.
but not sarcoplasmic growth.
But not sarcoplasmic. Why not? Why won't you be stimulating sarcoplasmic growth? The majority of people, their diets are 85% carbohydrate and like 15% meat. So why wouldn't they stimulate sarcoplasmic if it's based on glycogen? Duh.
If even with steroids, most
And muscles are post-mitotic. They don't grow from lifting weights.
of the professional bodybuilders are actually training with higher number of reps and higher number of sets, simply because they don't want just half of the
Again, he keeps showing steroid people. Get it, man. You understand me.
cake. They want the whole one. They want not just myofibrillar growth, they want sarcoplasmic.
Yeah, how many people you see walking around that look like Ronnie Coleman in the street, walking around looking like Ronnie Coleman? Huh? How many do look like that? And this is him in a competition. This is not even what he looks like off season or whatever he's doing. Even Arnold off season looked completely flat. He would take 3 months before the Olympia and take a bunch of drugs. Look at what's his name? Kevin Lavroni. He would completely go off most of the year. And then the last 3 months of the competition, 3 months before the Olympia, he'd go on steroids, live for 3 months straight, and then show up. So what is that? What are you trying to say exactly?
Growth too. And this is why
Oh, sarcoplasmic growth too, yeah.
from the golden era all the way up to date, we
Who's this, Albert Beckles? Or, oh no, that's what's his face.
have professional bodybuilders
Whatever.
exclusively 99.99% training with high number of sets and high number of reps, or volume
They didn't train with high number of sets or reps. They trained with steroids, injecting steroids. That's what they did. They injected steroids, dude. Shut up.
training, simply because they don't want to lose on sarcoplasmic growth. Now, if you're natural,
Whatever.
for you is more important the following: total training volume, metabolic stress, cell swelling,
What? Yeah, okay.
repeated fiber recruitment, and also longer time under tension.
So let me get this straight. Total training volume, metabolic stress, cell swelling, repeated fiber recruitment, and longer time under tension. That's what will make your muscles grow. Even though they're post-mitotic, they don't grow from any of that because people are getting that on the job, working 8 hours a day on very heavy, nasty-ass jobs, and none of them are growing.
I have trained thousands of natural bodybuilders. My son is also natural, and they have all benefited.
I don't care if your son is natural. Muscles do not grow from lifting weights or hypertrophy. They are post-mitotic. They don't grow from that.
From this type of training. I never heard anybody benefited from strength training only. So be careful if you're natural, because you really
Benefiting from strength training? Bro, that's strength training right there. He's lifting weights, right? Everybody's lifting weights. What do you mean by strength training? Strength training, you being good at lifting weights and trying to hypertrophy go together. They go together because you're lifting weights. Look. You get it, bro? They fucking go together. What the fuck are you talking about? Strength fucking training. What was one is one different than the other? Okay, so if strength training doesn't build muscles, then right? Like you just said, you just proved it now in this video. You can't be strength training. What's strength training? Lifting weights. So lifting weights it was what? Mechanical tension. He just said cell swelling, mechanical tension, all that. So if you're lifting weights, which you call strength training, you're causing all these things. So why aren't they building? Because muscles are post-mitotic. And that's not how they hypertrophy. Fuck.
want to optimize all avenues of muscle growth, not just myofibrillar growth, but also sarcoplasmic growth, which is
No, not just myofibrillar growth, but sarcoplasmic growth too. How do myofibrillars hypertrophy? They don't grow from lifting. So what makes them grow? If lifting doesn't make myofibrils grow, what the fuck makes them grow? Because muscles are post-mitotic.
even more important for you. In other words, the naturals need bigger overall growth stimulus in order to force the
So
body
naturals need stimulus, growth signals and stimulus. Okay, what else do they do? That's all they need?
to adapt. Now, there is another
To
thing
adapt, and that will make them magically grow.
that I must mention, and it's
What?
very important, and this
What?
is the injury trade-off.
What must you mention? Injury trade-off? Why would you be getting injured?
So when people
I
train
thought you were strong. If you're strong, you shouldn't be getting injured, right? Duh.
with heavy weights and lower number of reps, they are
Look, asshole. You said you're getting fucking stronger lifting these weights. So why the fuck would you be getting injured if you're getting stronger? Are you stupid or something?
constantly occupied and inclined towards lifting heavier, lifting heavier. If I don't lift
Yeah, okay, what about it?
heavier, I'm not going to get bigger. So they keep
But your muscles, they don't grow from lifting heavier. They're post-methodic, fucking.
lifting heavier by all costs. Now, when you constantly try to lift heavier, you keep forgetting about the technique. You keep forgetting about time and
You forget about technique, time under tension? What are you talking about? There's time under tension. You're under the weight. There's tension. Fuck. What are you talking about? There's a shitload of tension there, motherfucker.
the tension. You need
Bro, I've seen people fucking deadlift 700 pounds and they're not getting bigger. There's a lot of tension there. Why? Why aren't they getting fucking bigger? You said they're stimulating myofibrillar growth, bro. They're lifting. They're doing low reps and all this. They're doing low reps, power lifters. So why the fuck aren't their muscles growing? Want to know why, motherfucker? Because they're fucking post-fucking methodic, bro. Get it? That's not how muscles hypertrophy. They're post-methodic.
you start forgetting about full range of motion, so you're losing on many fronts. Now, just chasing heavier weights
Holy shit, man.
usually leads to wrong form, cheating, bouncing.
Okay. Cheating, bouncing, wrong form. But he's under time, under fucking tension, getting cell swelling and this mechanical tension and all this bullshit, bro. Why aren't they fucking growing? You said they will grow from that. Myofibrillars grow.
Absolutely stressing more joints and connective tissues than muscles, targeted muscles.
What do you you mean targeted muscles? There's tension from the weight on the muscle. What do you mean? You have to use the muscle to lift the weight. There's tension on the muscle. Duh. How come they're not growing, motherfucker?
So, for example, doing squats, there is one way of doing squats with right weight, let's say for 20 reps, in
Who gives a shit?
perfect form, full range of motion. And there is
Full range of motion. Why aren't they fucking growing?
another
You said they grow from that. Why aren't they growing?
way of doing it with double the weight, low number of reps, leaning forward, not going all the way down, stressing yourself beyond belief, just in
Yeah, doesn't stress build myofibrillars, stress and swelling and all that? Huh?
order to lift heavier.
Mechanical
Yes, you
tension?
can be getting stronger. You may be able to lift heavier in week or two, but your
Yeah, but doesn't lifting heavy build weights? You said lifting heavy, bro. You said high reps, low reps, and all this. What they're doing, the tension, mechanical tension, everything, it builds myofibrils, bro. Why aren't they building fucking?
this will never change. And I see that every single day in the gym where I am in Muscleworks. Unfortunately, more and more people are following that type of training than real bodybuilding training. The real reason
They're following that kind of training than bodybuilding training. What's the difference? It's all the same. They're lifting weights. It's mechanical tension. They're lifting weights for sets and reps. They're doing sets and reps like everybody else in the gym. So you said if they do that, low reps or high reps, they get sarcoplasmic, but they're getting myofibrillar growth. But with the other one, maybe not sarcoplasmic. I don't know why. They're eating carbs all day. They should be getting it. But you said that lifting those weights under tension, cell swelling, and all that will build myofibrillar growth. So why aren't they fucking growing? And you're making excuses now.
The reason for that is that the real
You're trying to say there's a difference between lifting weights and bodybuilding? Bodybuilding lifts weights, bro. Get it?
bodybuilding training is, first of all
training is the same training. They lift for sets and reps. All training is the same. You said mechanical tension, cell swelling, all this bullshit will build myofibrillar growth. Why aren't they building?
very intelligent approach. Second is very knowledgeable approach. Third is very difficult approach. It requires
what's that?
more commitment, more determination.
What? It requires more commitment, determination. How does that build myofibrillars? What are you talking about?
More focusing, and because of all this,
more focusing and all that, that will magically make them build. Okay.
things that I mentioned,
Yeah.
bodybuilding type of training is not really.
What about bodybuilding type of training? Powerlifting is part of bodybuilding. It's all the same. It's lifting a weight, causing tension and stress and cell swelling. They're getting all the exact same things as a bodybuilding person. You want to call it bodybuilding, powerlifting. That's just a word you're using. It's meaningless. Why aren't they building myofibrils? Why aren't they getting bigger? They're all getting stronger, right? Because they're lifting weights. They're all getting stronger. But here's the question, though. They are getting mechanical tension. They're all getting all that cell swelling. Everything. Why aren't they building myofibrils? Why aren't they getting bigger? These so-called natural people lifting.
Attractive because it's asking for too much. If you are just going to lift heavy,
Oh, it's asking for too much.
yeah, rest 5-10 minutes between the sets.
Okay.
Do 3 or 4 reps.
Yeah.
Sacrifice the form, sacrifice your joint health.
Uh-huh.
Then fine, it's easy. Everybody can do that. I can tell you, I've done similar things.
So what if I rest a couple minutes in between sets? Lots of people do. What does that have to do with anything, man?
I can tell you that squatting 6 reps with 4 plates each side is much easier than doing 2 plates for 20 or 30 reps in perfect form.
Oh, really? So it's a lot harder to do it in perfect form than doing heavier for 6 reps, whatever. Easier and harder, but they still produce stress, cell swelling, stress, mechanical tension, and all this stuff. So they should build myofibrils, right? See what I mean? What about people in the factory? They're putting in 8 hours a day, putting in a lot of tension and reps and sets and everything. Man, I've worked jobs, bro. My shoulders, my arms, my back, my chest, my legs fucking hurt, bro. They fucking hurt. You know what I mean? I only went home in pain from these jobs that I did. I only felt pain. I didn't feel any muscles growing from any of them. And I put in 8 straight hours a day, man. And I only had like 2 breaks and a lunch that was like half an hour. Holy shit.
If you don't believe me, give it a go. Choose the way
I don't believe you.
that you can lift 5 times, whatever form you want. And then try to do the same thing with half of the weight on your bar, 20 reps in perfect form, in perfect time under tension. And then come back.
No, that's not what he's trying to say. He's trying to tell you to do it in full range of motion. Because if you do full range of motion, it's a lot harder to do it with the same heavy weight that you did going partially down and up in that squat position. Remember the first guy bending forward? This guy is kind of going a lot. I don't know. He's almost ass to grasser. I can't tell really. I'd have to see the video, but whatever.
Me and tell me what was easier and what was harder. And now you know the answer.
Have to do whether it was harder or easier. Remember what he said, it builds myofibrils.
Why bodybuilding type of training is losing popularity? Simply because it's much
What is bodybuilding training then? Please tell us. We want to know fucking what is it?
harder. So yes,
Bodybuilding training is much harder, but what makes it harder?
it's true that
Because you do lighter weight, but you do it for 20 repetitions? That doesn't make sense. It's easy to do lightweight for 20 repetitions.
heavy type of training with low reps causes more injuries. This is nothing new. You have probably seen many people
Weight with low reps causes more injuries. Why would it cause more injuries? You're strong, aren't you strong?
injuring their knees, their lower back, their elbows, shoulders, not to mention, obviously.
Now look at the picture that he puts up. Now he puts a natural guy. He puts a natural guy up finally. So this is what natural people look like? Huh? They look like they're in pain and sore, falling apart. They're not on drugs. Does his muscles look like Ronnie Coleman's or any of them? He's been lifting in the gym for years, this old man here, right in the picture. And look at him in pain and shit. Where's all those myofibulars he should be building from all this lifting, bro? Get him, man.
Simply because they are lifting too heavy. They're stressing their joints more than the muscles. Bodybuilding is...
Yes, they're stressing their joints more than they're stressing everything else. Now, they're stressing their muscles, but the joints are wearing out because they're gym lifting slaves. They're coming in too often to the gym.
all about stressing the muscle that you're targeting.
I know, because they're trying to build myofibrillar growth, get it, by stressing the muscle. So they think the more often they come into the gym and stress the muscles will grow some myofibrillars magically. But they still haven't figured it out. 30 years has passed and they have yet to build a myofibril. Isn't that amazing, bro? All they feel is pain now. They're worn out and they accelerated aging by coming into the gym because they couldn't miss a workout. Because maybe today's the day that we'll build a myofibrillar. Not because muscles are post-mitotic.
If you're doing chest, you should be stressing chest more than anything else, not your shoulders or triceps or elbows. If you're doing legs, you should be stressing your quads.
What are you talking about? If you do your chest, you have to use your arms. You have to use all your back. You have to use your shoulders. You have to use everything. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
Your knees, not your lower back. So this...
your knees, but not your lower back. Or no, your lower back, but not your knees or whatever. What are you talking about, bro? You lose your knees and your lower back, bro. You lose your whole body to squat.
Training back, you should stress your back muscles, not your lower back, not your shoulders.
What?
But these things people obviously overlook all the time. And this is why people who...
Nothing he says makes sense at all, man.
Training heavy with low reps, even professional bodybuilders who did it.
But they're still lifting weights and they're still doing mechanical tension, cell swelling, and all that. Never mind never mind them feeling in pain and all that or injuries. How come they're not building myofibrils? You just showed some natural guys there. They just look really skinny to me. They look ordinary to me. I don't see anything there, dude.
Ended up with devastating injuries. They ripped their biceps tendons, triceps tendons, shoulders.
They ripped their tendons, tricep tendons, their shoulders. They ripped it. Yeah, okay.
Dorian Yates, for example, the legendary Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
He has achieved phenomenal results, but because...
He has achieved phenomenal results on steroids. And then when he went off, he achieved phenomenal zero results. They all went away. He achieved, yes.
That type of training, which is absolutely suicidal...
That type of training? I don't know what he's doing there. He's taking drugs, and they went to his brain to lift something heavy. He was pushing heavy weight for no reason, screaming and yelling, making stupid videos for people, get it? Pretending. You think he doesn't fucking know that lifting heavy weights don't build muscles? He's not stupid.
We ended up in the state that he cannot even perform anybody.
Dude, if it didn't work when he was natural, why would it work when he's fucking on drugs? Once he went off the drugs, it went away. Whatever he built there, whichever that fake shit.
Building training is not even shy of what he used to do.
He got injured because he was weak. That's all garbage weight underneath there.
So this is why he's not basically doing bodybuilding anymore. I don't even know if he can do anything.
I love this. This is why he doesn't do bodybuilding anymore. Why would he bodybuild? He doesn't work in that field anymore. He's not a so-called fake bodybuilder. Why would he be in it? Why would he do it? He retired. Duh.
Because his shoulders are gone, biceps is ripped, triceps was torn as well, hip was damaged. So this type of training is something that will up.
You don't bodybuild for the rest of your life. You bodybuild, you build, and then you stop when you get there to that point. There's no point going any further because you've reached the pinnacle, whatever that is. I don't know what that is for you.
Absolutely guarantee you injuries sooner or later. Most of the injuries don't happen immediately. They are accumulated because of overstressed connective tissue, overstressed tendons and ligaments. So
Why? I thought they got stronger.
that's when that stress accumulates,
Yeah, but that stress is what makes the myofibrillars grow, doesn't it?
they will arrive when the stressed tendon or ligament cannot take it anymore, and they will just snap. And then you're gonna
They're just gonna magically snap. They're gonna magically snap. Okay.
have terrific injuries, most likely end of your competitive career if you're competing, but
yeah, okay.
even if you're not, your training will be heavily devastated, and you're never going to be able to do the same effective training for chest or legs or similar once you
Wow, that really sucks, doesn't it?
sustain these type of injuries. So think twice about that. Now there is another caveat with heavy training with low
I'm doing that, thinking twice about it. Yes.
reps and low number of sets. And this is that you can actually get much fatter if you're training like this. The reason for that is that
This is funny. If you train like that, you can get much fatter. So you're hypertrophying your fat cells. If you train like that, your fat cells hypertrophy from training. Wow, this is incredible. So your fat cells, they don't get fat from eating. They hypertrophy from lifting. Fucking holy shit.
low rep, low set, heavy training
Holy shit.
burns much less calories per training session,
Oh, yeah?
and also much less glycogen. So usually
Much less glycogen. Is glycogen muscles? Are we building glycogen muscles or what?
people who want to get stronger, they eat more. They are
People that want to get stronger, they eat more. I thought to get stronger, you have to lift heavy. That they get motor unit recruitment. You said in the beginning of the video, they get strong from lifting. So people that want to get stronger have to eat more, like rice with arsenic in it. How does that make you strong? Didn't you just say that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy? That doesn't make you strong. Glycogen does it. Putting it in your muscles. Your muscles get strong from that. You can lift heavy from eating glycogen.
constantly in that bulking phase, and they have
That bulking phase, that's not a meat phase, a bulking phase. Okay. Eating garbage, carbohydrates, right?
tendency that false belief that if they eat more, if they're constantly in that surplus, they will get strong.
If they eat more, they're going to just get stronger eating peasant slave food. So slave food makes you strong. I don't know anybody that got strong eating slave food, dude.
Yes, they will get stronger, but ultimately they will get fatter. Again,
So it's not the steroids that is making them stronger. It's the food that they're eating, but ultimately it will get them fatter. It doesn't make any sense. He said for them to get stronger, they have to eat a lot, but ultimately it gets them fatter. So how did they get strong from eating if it got them fat? How does fat make you strong? That doesn't make any sense, man.
I see people like that every single day in my gym. There are a lot of them, serious bodybuilders, some even semi-professionals. They are
Oh, yeah.
constantly fat. And the reason for that is that heavy type of training with low number of sets and low number of reps, which actually burns less calories and less glycogen. Because they're burning less glycogen and still eating quite a lot, actually, carbohydrates.
Yeah, but glycogen doesn't build myofibrils, man. That doesn't. Myofibrils are what make you strong, and these motor units for lifting.
Carbohydrates cannot go anywhere else because glycogen stores are almost always full, and they simply
Yeah, okay.
get converted into fat in fat cells.
Why would they get converted into fat cells? They would only get converted into fat cells if they weren't being used to, I don't know, to build myofibrils. But glycogen doesn't build myofibrils, bro. Get it? It maybe if there's an overconsumption of glycogen and then there's an overconsumption and you don't need the rest, it might turn into fat. But usually if you're working out every day and you're eating all this glycogen to hypertrophy your muscles to this phony, whatever he's talking about, phony glycogen shit. Yeah, I don't know. They would get fat. I don't know. I guess so. Maybe they're just eating a lot of garbage.
And this is another caveat. I experienced that when I started my bodybuilding career, training
Oh, he experienced that. He ate peasant slave food diet, took steroids, and got fat.
2 years, like following that heavy-duty training system, advocate
Heavy duty training system got him fat.
by Mike Mensa. I was getting stronger.
Oh, by Mike Crazy Menser. mental ill menser.
I was also getting a bit bigger, but I was getting fatter, and I didn't look like a
I
body.
love it. I was getting a bit bigger, but I was getting fatter. So what is it? You're getting bigger or you're getting fatter? You're getting bigger through getting fatter.
Bodybuilder at all. I didn't have, my muscles were not full, they were not round, I was just like a big guy who can lift a lot of weight, and that was very impressive
You were a big guy that could lift a lot of heavy weight, and that was very impressive to me because I took steroids to lift a heavy weight.
for me, for my ego in that stage. I was only like
Oh, it propped up his ego, injecting steroids, lifting heavy weight. Okay.
19 years old. But then when I went and saw first bodybuilding show, everything changed. I talked to people, and then I understood that actually bodybuilders are training very, very differently than I was doing, and the diet that they're following is completely opposite.
And what was different that what they were doing, what you were doing, lifting weights, right? You were lifting weights, mechanical tension, swelling, and all that.
To what I was doing, as Mike Menzer suggested, 60 to 70% carbohydrates, 20% protein.
Oh, so you lowered the carbohydrates from 85% to 60% carbohydrate, 50% protein, 60% carbs. Okay.
10% fat. So I followed that. I ended up being fat. I had a huge problem getting rid of that fat. Once I got rid of that fat, I never ever followed these principles again.
Well, usually people that take steroids and eat carbs, they get really fat, yeah, because muscles are post-metotic and they start lifting and they realize they're just getting fat.
Heavy duty training principles, heavy weights, low reps, diet with the
Again, heavy-duty principles, yeah.
predominantly carbohydrates, so that just went out of the window. I never did it, and ever since I was always in very decent shape, and even
Yeah,
now
sure
in the
you
off
were,
season
yeah.
I'm all shredded basically. My legs are shredded, my six pack is always out.
Not anymore, you're not. I wonder why. You keep showing these old pictures. Nobody cares about them on steroids, bro. You trying to impress people because you were on steroids? Crazy. I'm not impressed.
Veins are everywhere.
Show me you doing it naturally, and then I'll be impressed. If you can't, fuck off.
So, guys, I speak about that in many videos, so you simply follow my advice on the
Yeah, guys, I talk about it in many videos. Follow my advice, my fake advice.
diet and training, and you will end up
Diet and my training and my diet and my training. Follow me, man. Follow me. I'm God, bro.
doing the same. If this is the case, everything that I have mentioned, why is this type of training still persisting? It's still around. More and more people are training some
I don't know. What's the difference in training? Doesn't muscle grow? If you get it stronger, don't you get it bigger?
strength training. They're always asking me, oh, but in your program you don't talk about deadlifts. I mean, what do you mean deadlift? Bodybuilding doesn't need deadlift. What is deadlift for? What
Why
must
not? Why doesn't it need deadlifting? It can do deadlifting. Aren't you stressing the muscles? You said stress. This is a lot of stress when you deadlift. There's a lot of stress there. There's stress, cell swelling, a bunch of shit. Why wouldn't you use deadlifting? Look how much this guy's fucking lifting off the floor, fucking God's sake. 700 fucking pounds. That's a lot of stress on those muscles. So why aren't they growing?
do you target when you do deadlift? You're targeting the whole
They should be growing. They should be getting massive myofibrils.
body. You're stressing yourself immensely.
Yeah, you're stressing yourself immensely. Isn't that what it is? Mechanical tension and stress and cell swelling. Yeah.
For what? In order to lift the heavy weight from the ground up?
Yeah, no, to stress the muscles so that they can grow myofibrillar growth. Get it, man?
And then down?
How the fuck are you still alive, Unc? You're almost 100.
Oh my God, I love this
You should
commercial.
be dust by now.
I love this commercial. Live now. It's a commercial. It keeps coming up. It's called Elevate Peptide Lab. Elevate Peptide Lab. It's a new one. It's another one now that keeps popping up. All these peptide things coming up. Listen to this guy swearing. How you being 100 years old?
You all got magic and moon water. Me? I got science. Dickhead.
Dickhead, you guys all got moon water. I got science.
Elf. Elevate Peptide Lab, motherfucker. Real purity. No enchantments.
Holy shit, I love that commercial. That's amazing, bro.
What is this for? We never used to do deadlifts in 90s when I competed. Nobody did it. There's so many more effective exercises that will actually target particular muscles, not something which I call laboring.
Target muscles. They are targeting the muscles.
Literally
Right.
lifting the weight from the floor up. For what? Oh, for the back. No, it's not for the back. It's for the back, for the hips, for the legs. You can get
You know that steroids do not build muscles because they're post-mitotic. They don't build muscles.
injured also. Your hips can go, your knees can go, your shoulders can go.
Okay.
It's just a nonsense exercise. If you're a power lifter, yes, that's a different story. But bodybuilding doesn't need that exercise.
Powerlifting is bodybuilding. It's the big fours. It's the big four: isolation and calisthenics. What are you talking about, man?
More and more people are doing it, men and women. Oh, I can deadlift. So what if you
Okay.
can? Who cares about how much you can deadlift? Look
I don't know. But it's a lot of mechanical tension and stress on the muscles. So the myofibulars should be growing, shouldn't they?
at you. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see the body that you're dreaming about?
So then why does it
No,
work?
of course not. Far away from that.
But
So
why?
this is the trap.
What makes it different? What makes it any different? There's mechanical tension, stress, and cell swelling and all that. Should build myofibulars from lifting a very heavy weight. That's a lot of tension, mechanical tension.
But then why is this type of training still persisting, still alive?
I
Simply
don't know why.
because this type of training is much easier to perform, number one.
What do you mean it's much easier to perform? It's hard to perform deadlifts, bro.
Number two is easy to see improvement. This is
It's easy to see improvement.
the digital improvement in numbers,
Okay.
because you can easily record that you have improved.
Yeah.
Oh, last month I was deadlifting 150, now I'm doing 180. Amazing achievement. Yes?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people out there deadlifting. Bodybuilders are deadlifting. Lots of them are deadlifting. They look massive. There's all these fake bodybuilders on steroids. They're massive. There's all these strong men deadlifting like the Mountain and everybody. Larry Wheels, he looks like a bodybuilder. He's deadlifting, bro. All of them are deadlifting. They look fucking massive, bro. You understand me? So all these natural people, they should be massive too. Like you said, all that mechanical tension and everything, bro. Come on.
Also, this type of training doesn't require the complexity, the comprehensiveness of bodybuilding
Have you seen Ronnie Coleman, man? He built his body deadlifting. Give me fucking break.
approach, which is absolutely combination of training and nutrition, meaning you are training
Maybe that's why you didn't win on steroids. You should have taken up deadlifting like Dorian Yates and Ronnie Coleman.
for muscle growth and consistent fat loss, so you're constantly in shape and you're constantly growing muscles. So this is complicated. This is nothing easy
Constantly in shape and you're constantly growing muscles. Muscles are post-mitotic. They don't grow.
about it. You need a lot of knowledge to get there, and then you need consistency, and then you need to be a very strong character to do that. But just to lift heavier in deadlifts or bench press or squats, and be a bit stronger every month, regardless of how you look, yeah, that's easy. Everybody can do that. So this is why people are
It's
doing.
easy. Everybody can do that. So go and do it. Go and show it to us if it's so easy. Go and do it. This guy's so full of shit, man. Deadlifting is one of the hardest fucking exercises that are out there, next to OHP and the squat and the bench press. I would say all four are difficult. Heavy bench, heavy squat, heavy OHP, and deadlifts are hard. They are not easy. He's full of shit.
And in bodybuilding, obviously, the progress is slow. It's not measurable as in strength training. You don't see the changes because the weights is changing. The changes will come, but you have to be patient, consistent. You need
Consistent changes will come, okay?
to widen your knowledge, and you need to apply that
Widen your knowledge.
in real training. Also, you have
Okay.
to follow that, as I mentioned, with the perfect diet. So when you put everything
Oh, yeah.
together, you see how comprehensive bodybuilding lifestyle is. Is much more complicated and is obviously harder than just being a strength athlete.
What are you talking about? Bodybuilding is strength. If you build myofibulars, you get fucking brutally strong. If you get brutally big building myofibrils, you get brutally strong. What are you talking about?
And it's entirely up to you. If you want to lift heavy and train like a power lifter, that's fine. But if you want to train like a bodybuilder,
I mean, there was some powerlifting in my routine, but I never had time because to build myofibrils, I guess, yeah, I don't know, man. It's complicated, but whatever. Yeah, you're not building anything there. It's just this bullshit, bro. It just shows some drug addict guy again, man. Muscles are post-mitotic. They don't grow from lifting or doing anything. That's why power lifters are disgruntled when they power lift. They do all this heavy lifting, and then they look over at these bodybuilders and they look massive, and they want to look menacing, like these bodybuilders look massive and fucking lift a heavy weight. They can't understand this motor unit recruitment and fucking myofibrillar growth and sarcoplasmic growth. They're also confused. They don't know how to get them or do anything. The majority of people even building myofibrillars, you got to be so lucky to build any. You want to know why? Because they're post-mitotic. They don't fucking grow from lifting weights. Get it, man? You understand me? They don't grow from just lifting a heavy ass weight.
great with good muscles, great shape, symmetry, proportions, and also be very lean all the time.
Whatever. Nobody has ever gotten big lifting heavy shit all day, even on the job. Nobody.
Then you have to consider training differently. Higher number of sets, higher number of reps, and obviously proper diet. So strength is part of bodybuilding, but bodybuilding is not strength training. So don't confuse getting better at lifting weights with
See what he said? Getting better at lifting weights. Don't confuse getting better at lifting weights.
getting better at building muscle.
Get better at building muscle. Okay.
And trust me, mirror is your best friend. It will never lie to you. And the mirror
Well, yeah, I would definitely, yeah, a mirror definitely won't lie to you for sure.
is not concerned how much you can bench or how much you can deadlift
I know.
or how much you can squat.
I know
the
that.
mirror will always
I know that.
tell you the truth. So if you look
Not necessarily. You could be in front of the mirror and it could be lying to you. It could be sarcoplasmic and not myofibrillar growth. Get it? You even said that in the video. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. How do you know it's not sarcoplasmic and myofibrillar to myofibrillar? You said it's myofibrillar growth, but how do you know it's not sarcoplasmic? I know. Because the mirror doesn't lie to me. I look in the mirror and guess what? If I say it's myofibrillar, then it must be. Even though it is sarcoplasmic, I will just tell it and I will pretend it is. Okay.
looking good in the mirror, if you're muscular, if you're round, if your muscles are full,
Yeah, full round. Yeah, sarcoplasmic. Yeah.
you can see your six-pack, if your legs are split, if you're happy with yourself, you're doing right thing.
Really? You are you? Okay.
If you're not looking like that, but you can squat more or deadlift more,
Then
then
he shows this guy.
I think you are on the wrong path. So guys,
Finally shows some natural people, I guess. I don't know. Is that what they look like? Then I guess I'm quitting. I'm quitting ahead of time. There's no point.
let me once again remind you,
People in the gym, all of their goals are to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They all think they're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. In the end, they don't look like anything, man. They just look skinny and weak.
that I have published 12 ebooks for you, which are fully loaded with
It's fully loaded. His phony books that he has here loaded for you.
a detailed explanation about everything you always wanted to know in bodybuilding: muscle growth, training splits, training systems, training techniques, fat loss, lifestyle change, nutrition. Everything is there for you. So if you want to expand your knowledge and finally start growing muscles and burning body fat, you can click on the link.
Why do we need that? He literally gave the secret away in the video, how to build myofibrillar growth. He just told you mechanical tension, swelling, and all this. Doing high reps and low reps will get you myofibrillar growth. Get it? Go now. Go get it in the gym. Go in the gym and build them in there. Go and build them, lifting these weights.
In the comments, and you can access my ebooks. Also, I would like you to watch.
He also told you what to eat. Remember, he told us what to eat, how not to get fat. He told us everything, all the secrets. Lifting weights will build myofibrillar growth. Mechanical tension, stress, mechanical tension, high reps, low reps, high reps, sarcoplasmic, low reps, myofibrillar growth, bro. But high reps will get you myofibrillar and sarcoplasmic. And there you go. So he literally gave it to you all in the video. So all of you should go to the gym now and go and get it. Go and build them, bro. Listen to him. He gave you advice how they build. Now, I know a lot of people doing the exact same thing that he said on this video, and I have yet to see one motherfucker build a myofibrillar in the fucking gym like that, like he said. Okay, dude? And get massive like these steroid people or whatever that he's talking about. I've not seen one fucking natural person in the gym ever get to be like that. Okay? Okay, man? Other than well, some of them are getting fat on bulk dieting, like he said. They bulk it and they get fat. That's all they're getting is fat.
This video in which I offer my other services like personal
He offers his other services. See? Not growing, fix it. He just gave it to you in this video. He fixed it.
personalized training programs, personalized nutritional programs,
Sure, yeah.
telephone consultations, online coaching, and also for people who live in London, personal training. So if you have enjoyed
Coaching, telephone, yada, yada, yada.
this video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, send me your comments, share the video,
Yeah.
and I will see you in the next video.
If you like my video, share it, do this, do that. Yeah. Promote me. Ba, 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 ba. I'll see you in the next one, friends. So what you think about that? Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next one. That was a really long-ass motherfucking video.